Welcome to this episode of Discuss with Gus. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year. We just got back last night from Washington, D.C., where we passed a continuing resolution to keep the government open. And in that continuing resolution, we paid for the necessary defense anomalies that were recommended by Mad Dog Mattis, Mad Dog Mattis, and we also extended the CHIP program, Children's Health Insurance Program, through March, and we also made sure that we still have the National Flood Insurance Program in effect. We extended that, and also one of my priorities is we extend the community health centers so people can get health care through March as well. Now, I have a bill to reauthorize it for 2 years, and when we get back next year, we'll work on that as well. So I don't want people to be upset or worried because we'll have the flood insurance, we'll have the health care, and it was a good thing that we did. And I want to make sure that everybody knows about it. Don't listen to the scare tactics on both sides, actually. Have a good holiday. I wanted to actually read a couple letters and answer some letters. Sally from Palm Harbor, she says, I'm very disappointed at the huge breaks you have given to large corporations, the wealthy, and the cuts you have made to programs that seniors such as myself and members of my family rely on. I would like a more clear response from your office on cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. Well, thank you for the question, Sally. I just want to let you know, rest assured, please, there are no cuts to Medicare or Social Security or Medicaid for that matter under this tax bill, okay? No cuts whatsoever. I know there's a lot of misinformation, scare tactics going around, but I want you to have a good Christmas and a nice holiday, knowing that your Medicare and your Social Security is secure. Okay, I will tell you in the CR, which I passed last night, as I told you, we made sure that those protections were in place. All right, so let's go ahead and I also want to address the tax bill, but let me get into Brian's letter. Brian from Deneen says, hello, Mr. Bilirakis. As my representative, I need you to stand up for me and millions of Americans. The internet has transformed every facet of modern society, and it should remain a tool that empowers the individual citizen. It should not be transformed into another tool for the wealthy to control the flow of information in our world. Please stop the FCC from removing the legal protections that make the internet a place where information moves freely. Your constituent, Brian Thompson. Okay, Brian, I will tell you, I agree with you. We need a free and open internet. As a matter of fact, I've co-sponsored legislation just the other day to make sure that the internet service providers do not block or throttle. So we want to make sure they don't block any content or slow down any content. This should be a bipartisan bill. We can work together to get this done and protect the internet. Okay? I also want to tell you that the Choice Program, the Veterans Choice Program, in the CR that we passed last night, the continuing resolution, we provided money for the Veterans Choice Program. We are working, we passed the bill out of committee, out of the VA committee just last week, a couple days ago, and we passed Choice, consolidated the care in the community, made it easier for veterans. We got to get that on the floor of the House and through the Senate, but make it easier for veterans to have the choice. If it's too far to go to a VA facility or you have to wait too long, we want to make sure veterans have access to health care, and they should have the choice on where they want to go, as far as I'm concerned. So, a successful week. We passed tax reform, more jobs. higher wages. As a matter of fact, independent researchers have told us that the average Floridian will get over $2,000, over a $2,000 tax cut. We've increased the child credit, the refundable amount as well, which will help the middle class and the lower income individual. So in other words, tax cuts for families, uh, tax cuts for small businesses. Sure, we did lower the corporate rate, which I think is a good idea. And you know, most Democrats and Republicans agree with this. We need to be more competitive around the world. So right now, well, not anymore. When the president signs the bill, it goes down to 21%. But currently, it's at 35%. How are we going to compete with the rest of the world? We want to bring jobs back to the United States of America, high-paying jobs. So overall, I thought it was a real good bill. I wish I had more time to explain all the details. But we do have a newsletter that goes out every Sunday. And this particular newsletter will explain the details of the tax bill. But I want to thank you so very much for giving me the opportunity to serve you. Really, it is a tremendous honor to serve you in the United States Congress. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah. Enjoy the break, and hopefully you'll have an opportunity to spend time with family. God bless you, and I'll see you next year.